I too have questions why there's no transparency on Albo Airways. I'm wondering whether I want to, come fly with him, come fly away. It'd be lovely to fly Albo Airlines. And I wonder if they're also... it is that time.
Excuse me, Senator Davies. Senator Ciccone has a
point of order. I'm reluctant to interrupt my good friend Senator Davey, but I should also draw to your attention that you should address other members of the other place by their correct title.
No, Senator Ciccone, was referring to a fictional airline as opposed to a... Senator Davey, allow me to handle the interjection. That's my role. I'll give you the call again. Please proceed.
Thank you very much. And what we have seen time and time again from the Prime Minister and the government is a lack of transparency and an absolute unwillingness to actually produce documents requested by this chamber. Documents on their programs. I mean, the Stronger Communities Grant program. If there was nothing to hide, you would think they would be willing to present the documents we're asking for without fear or favour. You would think they would be willing to shout from the rooftops what a success that program has been, but clearly not. What should be a great program, delivering for our regional communities and, importantly, delivering for our volunteer organisations. I want to tell you how important grant programs like what should be the Stronger Communities Grant program, like what we had when we were in government, the Local Roads and Community Infrastructure program, highly successful, highly sought after, and delivered a huge amount of benefit for regional communities. There is not one community that I have visited that hasn't shown me a community infrastructure facility and said this was delivered through your Local Roads and Communities Infrastructure program, like the former government's Building Better Regions Fund, where communities identify what they need, where volunteer organisations like our state emergency services, who are run by volunteers, who have sheds, and they just need that little bit of support to upgrade, to do some maintenance, or, in the case of so many, put in female change rooms.
That's right.
Because a lot of these sheds, a lot of our regional rural fire services sheds were built at a time when, unfortunately, not many female volunteers were welcomed. Times have changed.
Thank goodness.
Infrastructure has not caught up. But these organisations used things like the Building Better Regions Fund, used things like the Local Roads and Community Infrastructure Fund, and should be using the Stronger Communities Grant program to help make their places more welcoming for female volunteers, more welcoming for volunteers of different abilities, and more welcoming of volunteers from different cultures. But we don't know, because we don't have the documents, because this government is not being transparent. This government that promised transparency has become the government of non-disclosure agreements and of secrecy and of hiding behind things like commercial confidentiality. It is not good enough. We deserve more openness from this government. We deserve to know what investigations they've done before hurtling into a promise to purchase Rex Airlines. And don't get me wrong, someone who lives in regional Australia, who is dependent on Rex Airlines, being the only airline that services the Narrandera to Sydney route, I want to see Rex Airlines continue to fly. But does it have to be Rex, or could it be Rex, that route, serviced by another regional airline? What investigations has this government done to see if the route serviced by Rex could be serviced by another commercial operator, so I don't have to rely on Albo Airways, because I'm not saying I want to shut down Rex Airlines. Thank you, I'll take that. No way, I'm saying I fly Rex Airlines. But what investigations has this government done to ensure that all opportunities to keep Rex Airlines or regional routes serviced before they've gone into agreeing to a massive debt on behalf of the Australian taxpayer? Now, our position in the Nationals has been that we must ensure regional routes continue to be serviced. But there are options, and we are not convinced that the Labor government has considered all those options. And the call for the production of documents is so we can reassure ourselves that the Labor government has considered all options to ensure that our regional routes continue to be serviced so rural and regional Australians are not left out.